Hey, hello everyone. Good evening. Hello, please, can I be heard?
Yeah, it can be heard.
Yes, please.
All right. So, please, good evening to you all. I just want to do this quickly before I run away. I'm quite engaged somewhere. So, I think they should be joining soon. Kind good evening to all of you once again. I trust you are well. So, last week we had our first class, design with Canva class, and then this week we have one big man, one of my bosses, one of the people who have been guiding me small. Mr. Bismark, who will be taking us through today's session on Canva. Today is going to be very practical, and so I'll plead that we pay much attention to it. The session is being recorded, and so we'll send the recording to those who are not able to join. Our contact person is Emanuela. So Bismark, anything you can talk to Emanuela. She's on the call, Emanuela Tiria. She's their class rep. And so the leaders will join very soon and then we can begin. Just wait for some few minutes and then that'll be it. I have to run back somewhere. And so thank you all for listening and then I might join though, but let's have a great evening from my end. Thank you. Please, I hope I was heard.
Yeah, we could
All
hear
right,
you.
please. Thank you very much. So please, Bismarck will take charge. But Emanuela, please, you are doing all the moderating today, okay? Because I have to run somewhere. All right, bye-bye to everyone.
All right, boss. Emmanuel, I hear you're the class rep.
Yes, please. Hi.
Yes. I would like to know the class size so I know our people who are not here currently. So if you could wait for I think maybe 2 minutes or so before we start. Yeah, Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
So how many people joined last week?
Um, Last week, I think we had about 8 people.
20.
8.
So do you think they'll join 8?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think we can start now. All right.
Mm.
Let me share my screen. Yeah, so can you see my screen?
No, no, please.
Really? It's still not showing.
It's showing now.
All right. Yeah, so I think this is what Elvis took you through last week. Introduction to Canva. And then I think he told you what Canva is, guided you to installing Canva, like the introductory phases, right? Yeah. So he took you through signing up, think explore and create, principles of design, and then also yeah, some of the basic things. Now what I'll be taking you through is layouts, mastering layouts, and then also can you see my screen? Hello, can anyone see my screen, my presentation?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm coming. Stop sharing. All right. So what Elvis asked me to take you through is mastering layouts and also brand consistency. Yes. So what we're looking at is creating order and harmony in our design. Right now, a good design is not about the decoration. The decoration is important. It's nice when you have a nice design. But what's important is can your audience, do the audience know what you are talking about? When they look at a design, yes, when they see your design, can you understand what message you are trying to put out? That's what order and harmony is looking at, right? Yeah, so for today's objectives, we'll be looking at applying visual hierarchy to our design. We'll be looking at layout, grids, balance, and then also maintaining brand consistency in fonts, colors, and logos. You don't want to, when you design, you don't want to crowd your design with a lot of things, different fonts, a lot of fonts, different colors. You're mixing them. You have to maintain consistency. And also, we are going to design a clearer and more professional flyer, right? Now, what's a good design? Like I mentioned earlier, it's not about just decoration, it's about communication. Can when someone sees your design, do they understand the message you're trying to put across? Um, People scan designs, they do not read everything. Not everybody looks at the design trying to figure out, okay, what's this thing doing here? What's the message here? What's the text here? No, they look at it and then okay, so yeah, so this is a church flyer trying to tell you that there's an event coming on this day at this time. Yes, also a good design is clear, it's calm, and also intentional. You're intentional about what you're putting across. Yes. So a key idea, say if people struggle to understand your design, then your design has failed. Right. Yeah, visual hierarchy. Now, visual hierarchy is what people see first, right? You are trying to put your message or your what you have on your design in an order where it's easy to the eye. People see it and then they can understand, right? Now, some of the rules are that most important message should be the biggest, right? Like I mentioned earlier, so we have a church flyer, and then it's trying to tell you that there's an event. Now, the name of that event should be the biggest because that's what you want people to know. Also, contrast creates focus, size, color, and also boldness. And then also limit attention to one message. to one main message. Like I said, so if you have an event, you limit that attention to that main message. That main message is what appears largest. Then maybe you can come down to the time, the venue, so people know where that event will happen. Right. Now, common hierarchy mistakes. Some of the common hierarchy mistakes. Everything is the same size. You have the name of event being very big. You have time being very big. Then it becomes crowded in your design. Even you, as you the design, when you're designing, you find difficulties now. You find difficulties where to put this, where to put this, since everything is big. Yes. The other one is also too many bold or colorful elements. Also, there are no clear headline or focus. So if everything is important, then nothing is important. Now that's something you should remember when designing. Yes. Also, we'll be looking at layouts and grids, right? Creating order, layouts and grids. Now, layouts and grids are lines in there. You have lines in your design to guide you on where to put which elements, which photo, which text, making sure that everything is structured. That's what layout and grid does. Yes, so it's how layout is how elements are arranged on the page. Now with Canva, it has invisible grids that helps in alignment. Now when during the Pascal session, we'll look at that. When you click on an element and you want to move it around, Canva shows you those grids, those lines. That will help you in aligning your elements. Yes. And also, alignment makes design feel organized and professional. That's what it does. And then misalignment creates confusion. Yeah, the next thing is balance and also white spaces. Now, if I'm moving too fast, anyone can draw my attention. If you don't understand anything, I can go over again, right? Now, balance and then also white spaces. What balance does is that it's a visual width, right? Designs should not feel heavy on one side. You have to look at symmetrical balance, which feels formal and then also calm. Now, asymmetrical balance feels modern and then also feels modern, but can be controlled. Now, you know what white spaces are. Now, when you are typing it, then you look at space bar. That space between one text and another is a white space. Yes. Now, white space is not wasted space. Now, when you have white space, let's say a space where there is nothing, it doesn't mean that that space is wasted. It doesn't mean that you have to put something there. You're just trying to make your content breathe, improve readability. There is space between two different texts. Now, since the texts are not the same, you have to separate them and then help your reader, your audience, read your text clearly. The next thing is brand consistency, right? Now, brand consistency means that all your designs look like they belong to the same ministry. It builds trust, recognition, and also professionalism. Now, let's take for instance Pax. For example, Pax has. If you guys have seen the designs that they've been putting out there in their WhatsApp groups, their social media platforms, you realize that it has a particular it's a particular design. It's consistent. The colors are consistent. If let's say for Rosary Month, they are designing, they use a particular template and then they change the text. They don't really change colors, making it too different. So when someone sees it, knows that okay, this design is coming from this place because this is what they normally do. This is how they normally design, right? So that's what it means by builds trust, recognition, and also professionalism. Yes. Another thing is also font colors and then also logo usage, right? The first thing is use one main font and then one supporting font. Yes, so when designing it's not a good thing to be using different fonts. right? Sometimes confuses the one looking at your design, right? For colors, you can look at 2 to 3 colors and then repeat them. Now, for colors, once you pick green, there are different types of green you can use. Now you can be exploring, try to use different kinds of green to see how it will look. Yes, so if it's green, you are trying to mix the green color, trying to see how it's going to look. If it's red, you pick red and then you work on it. Not that you pick red, gold, green, black star. Different ones. No. For logo, yes, use the same logo. Now, Pax has a logo. In every design, you're going to see that logo. Unless maybe the church changes its logo. If it's the same, you're going to use that same logo for your design. Once you use a different logo, let's say Pax UG, and then you use a logo for another school, maybe Pax KNUST. Once someone sees that, he's going to think that that design is for that church at KNUST and not Legon, right? So you confuse them. The size, you try to use the same size and then position across all design. Now, it's not all the time that I'm going to use the same position at the same size. It depends. Maybe you are designing for a Facebook post or an Instagram post. Now Facebook and Instagram, they use different sizes. So maybe the one with a smaller size use a smaller logo. Yes, something like that. Now, key ideas, repetition creates identity. Yeah, something you can keep in your mind. Yeah. Yes. So we'll be now looking at a practical session. We will try to recreate or improve a ministry flyer in Canva. And then we'll apply all the things I've talked about so far. Hierarchy, aligning elements using layouts and then also grids, using brand fonts, colors, and logo. Right. So another thing is remember, another thing is remember, a good design is not about being creative. It is about being clear, consistent, and intentional. It's something that you should put at the back of your mind when designing. Yes, I hope everyone has Canva because Elvis took you guys through. You have Canva and then you have opened Canva on your laptops. Let me get a thumbs up if you've opened Canva right now. So Audrey, Abba, Emanuela, and also Augustine. Are you on Canva right now? Hello?
Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm currently using my phone. I don't have access to my laptop right now, so I think I'll just follow and then maybe practice with the recorded view.
Really? Okay. All right. Abba, are you close to your laptop?
Yes, please. I'm now launching
Yeah.
it.
Okay, let's do so because I want you guys to follow. Then at some point in time, I'll let someone share his or her screen so we know you're actually following. Augustine, how are you?
Yeah, I'm using my phone as well.
Wait, is your laptop now closer to you? It's because it's best when you have your laptop.
No, my laptop is not close with me now.
All right, Emanuela. Yeah, Desmond, is your laptop with you?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah, Emanuela, is your laptop with you?
Hello. No, I'm not using that phone.
Come again.
I am not at home at the moment.
Hey. All right. Okay, so since Abba has a laptop, Desmond also has his laptop. At some point in time, they will share their screens and we'll see the progress they are making, right? Yes, so I was trying to play with this before the class. This is something we'll be looking at. Yeah. Now, when you open Canva, this is the first thing you see. This is your home screen, right? The good thing about Canva is that you don't always have to start from scratch. You can search for templates. There are a lot of templates online that you can search for, and then you just have to edit. Now, yes, as a designer, you will not always have an idea of what you want to do. But when you search for a template, you get an idea, then you start changing, and then you design something nice, right? Yes. So the create button here is what you use to um, create a new design. So you can create presentations with Canva, just like PowerPoint, just like Google Slides, and then Gamma. You can also create social media posts, Instagram posts, Facebook, TikTok posts, etc. You can also edit photos. Now you have a photo of you or of anything that you want to edit. Canva can do that for you. You can also edit videos, documents. This is just like Word documents or maybe Google Docs, whiteboards, sheets. You can also design websites on Canva, and then emails as well. Yeah. So I think what we'll be doing is a social media post, Facebook, right? A Facebook post. Then you have a canvas like this, and then templates. So you want to design. Elvis says design a ministry flyer or a flyer for a church. Can just come here, search church flyer, enter. There are a lot of templates here that you can use. Now, if you have a pro account, you have access to a lot of things. Now, there are some templates that if you don't have a pro account, you cannot use. With that one, you are going to see something like a crown with the name pro. Let me see. Yeah, you see something like a crown on it with the name pro. So with that one, if you don't have a pro account, you can't use it. Other than that, there are templates, there are a lot of templates that you can pick from and then design. Yes, so I'm actually will be looking at layouts. You come here. Um, where is it? Where is this thing? Hmm. Where is it? Yeah, I mentioned Canva has invisible lines, grids, something like this. Now, when I click on this text and I move, now you see those red dotted lines. Yes, they help with alignment, right? So maybe you want to put this here nicely at the top here. You want to move this. Scroll it. You want to move this thing nicely towards it. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move them nicely. You move once, it means you have moved by 1 pixel. Moving them, you can also look here, position at the top here. Then scroll down to this side. Now, the width and the height is the size of your element, right? You want to increase it, you look at your width and then your height. Now, this is width, and then this is height, right? For position, it's your X and Y. Now, when I move this to the top here, you see the position changes X 0, Y is also 0 pixels. Now you know your X and then you know your Y axis. The horizontal one is X, the vertical is your Y, right? So look here. It's right now it's at 0. Now when I move to my right, the X value changes. So this is 19.6 pixels is increasing. Now when I move it downwards, my Y value changes, right? That is for position. Also, you can also add a grid or a ruler, something like a ruler. Where is this? Come in. Oh, where is this thing? Hmm. Wait. My bad. All right. I'll look at that and then we'll come back to you. Yeah. So that's basically is changing your position, the grids, making sure that everything is aligned. Let's maybe want to put this here in the middle, right? It's in the middle. You also want to duplicate, make sure that they are in the same alignment, same position, right? You move this way, then you see your grids also here. Want to put it beside it, make sure it's in the same position. You can also do that this way, right? Same thing here. Now there's another thing also with Canva, frames. You come to your elements here, and then you set frames, right? Do that here. Then you want to insert an image into that frame, more of like you're masking it, right? There's also a tool here you can use, photos, where you can just search for stock images on Canva. You don't need to go to Google or any other browser to go and search for an image. You can just come here, then you search for photos. So let's say a church, image of a church, right? You have that here. Now you want to resize the image in your frame, not the frame. If you move this way, you are resizing the frame. But if you want to resize the image inside your frame, you double click on it, right? Then the image pops up and you can now resize however you want it to show in your frame. You can do that. Yes. This is also another thing. Right. Now the other tool here we can use. So for elements, let's say you also want to get a logo, right? In designing, you need a logo. Let's say social media icons, maybe time vector, you need a calendar vector. You can get all those things here. So maybe IG logo set, you see your Instagram logo, maybe calendar, right? You have graphics, you have photos you can use. Location. These are all important vectors you need when designing, and you have all of them here. You can click on it and set resize, change direct position. You can do all that. You can also change color. Yes, so in designing, maybe you have a black background. If you have a black color like this, it won't show clearly. You can change the color to white. You can change it to what's this? Vivid cyan. You can change it to red. You can change it any color you want. So it shows clearly on your design, right? There's also another thing with text. You can add a heading as a text. You click on it, you can edit it. Let's say Pax UG, you've edited it. You can have subheading, you can have a little body of text. Now with all this, you can change position, make sure it's aligned, something like this. You can also reduce the font size. You can change your font style. There are a lot of fonts here you can use. There is also a group of fonts here: handwriting, corporate, one that matches your design. What you are trying to, if you are trying to design a corporate flyer, you click on corporate here. You have the font styles that are corporate style, right? You can edit, you can do everything here. Change your text. You can also change the font color, right? By clicking on this icon here, text color. You can bolden the text. You can bolden your text. You can make it italics. You can change your alignments, whether center aligned, left aligned, justified, right aligned. You can do all of this. Maybe you have a list, right? You have a list and you want to insert it. You can also do this here, bullet points, right? Another thing is that you can, hello, who's that? Another thing is that you can change the spacing of your letters. You can add spaces, you can do line spacing. Sometimes you have to do all of this so that your design looks nice, right? You have to fill some certain spaces. Yeah, you can add some spaces to your letters. You can add some spaces to your lines. Yes. There's also another thing with transparency. Maybe you have an image and then it's too opaque. It's showing clearly, but you don't want it to show very clearly. You want it to blend with your background. The transparency will help you. Now, look at this image right now. Transparency, see how it looks. It blends with your background, something like this. Yeah. Yes. So let's look at this design here. I'm coming. Now, this image at the background where you have something like a grid, a light pool, right? Now, this is not the what's the name? The real image. No, so I say real image. This is not how it looked. I reduced the transparency so it blends with the background. It doesn't cover what we have in front here, the text. And then I've also sent to the back. Now that's another thing we'll look at. Layers. Layers. Look at this thing here. Right. Now when I right click on this layer, I can bring this one, I can bring it forward, I can bring it to front. Now bring it to front means that I am bringing it to let me say it this way. Bring forward means that when you have, let's say, three elements at one place, right? There is one at the back, one in the middle, and then the front. Now bringing it forward means that you are taking it up by one step, a layer by one step. Now bringing it to the front means that you are crossing every other element in front of it to the front. That's the difference. Send to the back also sends it to backwards one step. Send to the back, send it straight ahead to the back. I hope that's also clear. Right. The time. Yeah. What else we look at? Yes, brand kits. Now, you are designing for a particular organization. They have a brand that they use. They have logos, they have colors, they have fonts, brand voice. Let's say you have a video, they have a brand voice. They have particular set of photos that they use. Now, this is a section where you can put all those things here. You can set your logos. So when designing for that organization, you just have to come to that brand kit, and then you have everything there. So it's kind of like organized. Yes. Another important feature here is the upload feature. Now, you are not going to get everything inside Canva, right? There are some images that you not get on Canva. Let's see, someone says design a birthday flyer for him. That person's image is not in Canva. You have to get the image from him and then upload. Now, there's also a logo of packs. Now, you're not going to get the logo of packs on Canva directly. You have to get that image and then you upload. Yes, so that's what we use the upload feature for. You upload your files inside here. You have an image, you have a logo, you have an external element that you want to use. You upload them here, right? You can also create folders for them, so you make sure everything is organized. Yes, there are also some other tools here you can explore, draw shapes. Yes, this one, when you have your free time, you just explore it, explore what it does. Yes, there's apps. Now, recently I use this QR code. Someone says design a flyer for him or her, and then in that flyer, you are trying to get people to register for maybe a program, an event, a course, right? You can add a QR code for the person for the people to easily get the link and then register. So that's what you use the QR code for, right? You enter the URL, right? Then you generate a code. You have this, you can resize nicely and then put it somewhere, maybe somewhere here, nicely, for people to easily get a link or scan and then register. Yes, that's one of the things here, the apps. Uh, yeah. So I think I've covered a lot for now. We'll now try to design something. Yeah. So let me add a page here. Let me delete this. Okay. Add a page. Yeah. Yeah. So I mentioned something about templates. You want to design, but you don't have an idea of where to start. You don't know where to start. You click on the design icon here, and then whatever you want. So church flyer. Then you search for a template that you feel is nice. It applies all the principles that you've learned so far. Something that you think that when I use is nice, people will understand what the message I'm trying to put across. Yes. So maybe you are in Easter. Then Park says design a flyer for them for Easter. You pick this design, simple one, then you edit. So you edit, what's the name? You add logos. Let's say coming. Uh, you add something here like this. Then you resize, put it at the top nicely. Wherever I want to put it. Maybe at the top here. Maybe you want to move this down here. You include a shape. Let's see, a rectangle. Up here nicely. I'm sure if you've been seeing Parks designs, something like this, they have a rectangle here at the top here like this, with rounded corners. Yes, rounded corners like this, and then they've included a logo inside it, something like this. It's behind it. Let me see. Right. I hope you guys saw what I did now. This is the issue with layers, right? It was the GG image was behind the rectangle. but I moved it in front of it so you could see it. Yes, something like this. So you have the logo here, and then you have the text inside, right? They tell you maybe Pax Romana. I'm sure you'll be seeing something like this. Yeah, it's something that you can explore when designing. You just look at it and then you design, right? So they say design a flyer for Easter. Christ has risen. You can design something small like this. No stress. You include your Pax logo, the name, and then maybe you can insert the social media icons here. Right? Maybe you can insert your Instagram, your TikTok at the bottom here. Nice, something like this. Oh. Yes, now you make a mistake and you want to undo. The shortcut is Control Z. You want to redo Control Y. Simple as that. Now I wanted to duplicate this. Right. Maybe change the color to, let's say, white so it shows clearly. Then the icons are behind it, so you change the layer, you send it to the back, right? Then maybe you want to add text to include the handle of the church. Let me reduce the size here. Yeah. So maybe the handle of the church is Pax underscore UG. Yes. Now you see the rectangle is white, and then you have a color that is also similar to white as the text. Now you can't see it clearly. Now this is something about colors. You just have to change it to a color that is visible. Maybe this color, maybe black, dark gray, one that is visible. Yeah. Then yeah, layouts. Make sure the alignment is clean. Yes. Something simple. So you just have to add the things that you want to add. Maybe the TikTok handle, if there's Facebook, you include all of that. Then you have a simple design, right? Yes. So Elvis says we should design a ministry flyer or a church flyer. So this is something we can look at. Now, this is a template I picked from Canva, right? So for a template like this, maybe Rosary Month. Yes, Rosary Month. We have this image over here. Now, the rosary here already tells you something, right? That we are in Rosary Month. We can also change the text here and say Rosary Month prayers. Simple as that. You want to change the text, you double click, and you change the text that you want to change. You want to change colors. Maybe the church color, what they normally use is green and white. You click on this and group. Yes, so there's another thing, grouping. You want to group two different elements, two or more elements together. That you can do this simply by clicking it. So you click on this, you press your shift key, then you click the other thing you want to group, something like this, and then you click on group here. Now with this moving it, you are moving everything I grouped, right? If not, let's say you ungroup and then you click, you move only this. But if you want to move two or more elements, you can group them and then you move them, right? So that's another thing you can also look out for. So I ungroup this and then I select this and I change the color, maybe green. Yeah, maybe green. I change the color. I change this one to green. You see, it's very simple. Now, this is not white, but I want to change the color of the text to white. I just click on it, click on the text color icon here, and then I just change the color. Yes, so these are things that you can explore with. You can just explore, come to Canva, pick a template, and try changing certain things. Yes, I'm sure I should go ahead and the other facilitators will take you through some other things. So, this is where we practice. I think we have about 20 minutes or so. So, I want us to recreate this thing. I'm not done, but we can finish it. Yeah, so if you have your phone, you can just open Canva and then you can start designing with us. If you have your laptop, you can also design with us. Yeah, so I think Abba, you have your laptop with you.
Yes, please.
Hello. Yes, so you'll be my assistant for today. You will share your screen very soon. So kindly follow.
Yes, please.
All right. Let me design this thing here. So let me delete. Yeah. So kindly go to your home page or your home screen. Um, click on create. Right. You click on create and then click on social media. Have you done that? Please, if you've done that, you just give me a thumbs up so I know we are all following. And then you click on Facebook posts. This one 940 by 788 pixels. Right. So it opens a nice canvas for you like this. Yes. So for this one, we are not using a template. We are designing from scratch. Right. So I hope everyone has done that. If open the a Facebook post. I get a thumbs up if you've done that. Hello. All right. I guess. All right. Uh, wait. Yeah. So I already have my open here, so I'll be working here. Yeah. So let's all click on elements and then click on grid. Sorry, set grid elements. Now, so you're going to get grid frames, right? So we pick the first frame that we see nicely like this. It appears on your page, and then we resize this to let's somewhere here. Let me see. Resize it to this place, right? And then we duplicate this. We click on this one, duplicate to duplicate the frame. And then we move this here to right. And resize this. And then we duplicate this one as well. You right click on it and then you press duplicate. The shortcut is Control D. So we duplicated this. Then there's a rotate icon here. We click this and then we can rotate the frame this way. Right. So we want us to have something like a Z shape. We make sure it covers the space in the middle. Right. Cover the space as well. Yes, so we have something like this. You see the shape? We have something like a shape like this, right? Now, this is where we add or we insert photos into our frames. So maybe we just set something, sorry, we come to photos. We come to photos and then we search, let's say, maybe worship. Yeah, something like this, worship. Which image do I use? Yes, let me use this image. I set this one here. Yeah, so I mentioned that if you want to edit the image in your frame, you double click on it. So it shows this way. Then you can resize or change your positioning. Make sure it shows clearly. Let's see. No. Yeah, so I think showing now. You can see people praying. Yeah, I think this one is okay. We also insert another image at the bottom. Which one do I use? Let me see. A church. All right. Yeah, let me use this image. I set it down here. I edit it so it shows. Uh, so something like this. When someone sees it, you have to ask your question. When someone sees it, does this person see that okay, this image you have there is a church? When you look at the top, can you see that okay? So the people that are praying, so you know that okay, the images you are putting there is trying to tell them something, right? The images you are including your design should send a message. You shouldn't just include an image because you want to put it there. You are designing a church flyer. You don't put what's the name? A swimming pool inside an image of a swimming pool in your design. It doesn't tell people that this flyer is actually trying to communicate something about a church. So when you're inserting images, these are some of the things you look at. Right. So let me resize shows here. Great. Right. Now this one is okay. Yeah. So Abba, let me can I see your screen? Let me see if you are where you are currently. Abba, can you see your screen?
Okay, please, I would share my screen, but I've not reached where you are because I stopped to listen to what you're saying.
Okay, no problem. Wherever you can just share it so that I guide you to where we are currently.
Okay. Please can you see my screen? Hello?
Yeah, sorry, we can see the screen.
Okay, so that's
Yes.
why I'm currently.
Okay, so I want you to select everything. Now move your mouse button away from your page and then click and drag across.
Please come again.
Move your mouse button away from the page and then click and drag. More like you're selecting them or you're highlighting them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think this is okay. But yes, now just click anywhere. Yeah, sorry for the background noise. Yes. Now go to your toolbar or the navigation bar on your left and then scroll down. Yes, scroll down.
Please
Um
ask.
okay, click on apps. See. Wait, scroll down. Let's see. No, scroll down. Yes, click on photos. Oh, no. Go up. Up. Yes, click on photos. Yes. So search in for a photo. Let's say, yeah, just search type church. Yeah, pick an image that you think will be good for your design. An image where someone sees and knows, okay, this is a church.
Most of the images have background on it.
Yeah, so something like this, unless you have a pro account before you can use it.
Yes, please.
Yes. But I think scroll up and let's see. I think I saw an image without a crown. Oh. Take out the background and just type church.
Did I tell you not to please on mute? No.
Take out the background from the search.
Yeah, question.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think the dark and then white colored one, the wait, the one on top of the image where people are praying. The blue one. Okay, the one beside the blue image. No, not that one. Not that one. Delete that one. Yes, this one. That one. Yes. Delete the image behind it. Yes, just delete. Nice one. Now, um, click, click and hold the image, and then move it to the top. No, not that one. Undo. Control Z. Control Z. Yes. Click and hold. No. Yes. Now, aha, nice one. Now you have to reduce the size of the diagonal, what's the name? Frame. Yeah, reduce the size. Too much, too much. Then rotate. Now rotate. Yes, I think this one is okay. This one is okay. Yeah. Now double click on that image and then resize. Yes. So you can move it to the left a bit so the cross shows clearly. Enlarge it. Double click. Move it to the left. You can't move it to the left because you have to enlarge on undo Control Z. No, you have to double click before you can edit it. Uh-huh. Yes. No, we can. Yes. So
Please, I'm trying to
move it.
move it.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah, you can't do that because you have to what's the name? Expand it or enlarge it. You see, there are is it points or some circles at the edges. You have to enlarge that one first so that there is enough room for you to move it. Right now, the image has covered the entire frame, right? So there is no space to move. But if you enlarge the image, then you can now resize it in your frame. Let me share my screen and then show you. Let me share
okay.
my screen. Yeah, because of time, we'll have to hurry up. Um, let me share my screen. Yes, can you see my screen? Now, when I double click, you see this circle here. This is what I
I
used
can't
to
see it.
enlarge. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes. So you have to enlarge it like this so that you can move it this way, right? Now, see, I can't move it to the left again because um this is where it ends. But if I enlarge it this way, right now the image is now bigger than your frame, so you can now resize so that it fits in it, something like this. Yeah, so you can try that on your end and you'll be okay. Yeah, so we have this. Now we also want to insert something here. Now you can also insert an image, then reduce the transparency. Let me show this. Maybe this way you want to include your text, the information about whatever you're doing. Let's say praises and worship, something like this, right? And then you don't want to use a clear background like this. You want to use an image. Now you can click on that image and then reduce the transparency, something like this, and reduce the transparency. Right. Now this is something that you can explore, right? This is not one to use. So we search for clouds. I hope everyone is following. We search clouds, right? And then we pick a nice colored cloud. Let's see, maybe this one. Then we set here, right? Something like this. Yes, nice like this. Right. Now, with this one, we can see it clearly. The this has been cut here sharp. This is what's the name? How do I explain this? The transition from this image to this image is there's nothing there separate. It's just the border of the image. Then we want to add something nice to it. We want to add a design, something like a paper clip or a folded paper where um you something like the image we are folding that image, right, to show the transition from that image to the next one. I hope what I'm trying to say is clear. Right. So for the what I use for this design, you can't find it in Canva. There are some elements, nice elements you can use, maybe folded paper or so. There are some nice things you can use. You just search for it and then you use them. But what I use for this one, you don't have that in Canva. So I'll put the link to that in the chat so we can all use that. Sorry, chat. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a link to a Google Drive that has the image. Right. So you can click on that and get the image. Right. So I have already uploaded it. So I have my uploads folder. Right. This is it. Right. Resize nicely like this. And then I rotate. Now, if you click on this and you drag, because we are using frames, to try to insert itself into any of the frames, and then we don't want that. So undo like this. So you click on the image, and then you click on this icon here to move it, or you can also use your arrow, the arrow keys on it to change the direction. Right. Now it's better if you use this. It's easier if you use this. And then we enlarge it so it covers this whole place. Something like this. Yes, I hope everybody's following. Can resize nicely like this. Yeah, you rotate nicely so you have that here. Let me see. Uh, yes, I think this one is okay. Uh, Yes, this one is okay. Um, Wait, this one. Are you following? If you could share your screen so we see where you've gotten to.
Yeah, Bakmura.
Yeah.
Yeah. Currently, I'm in transit. Yeah. So my laptop is in my bag. I'm following with my phone. I'm going home right now. Yeah.
So, all right. Okay. So who also like to share his or her screen so we see where they've gotten to so far, whether they are following. Audrey, would you like to share your screen? Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Would you like to share your screen so we see where you've gotten to?
No, please.
Hmm. Okay. Abba, since you are the only one with your laptop, I think you have to share your screen again. Please, if I'm going too fast, you can alert me so I help you through whatever challenge you're facing. So, Abba, could you please share your screen again? Hello, Abba. Augustine says I should relax for him. Uh, Augustine, can you share your screen so we see where you are right now? Hello, Augustine. Nice. Emanuela says she can't hear me. Yeah, Emanuela, I think you're the only one because Augustine can hear me. The small can also hear me. Can you all hear me? Nice. Yeah, so Augustine, please switch to Canva. Hmm. You're also behind. Yeah. All right. Okay. So this selects the other image. What you selected right now, click in it. Wait, you selected a table. Delete the table. And then move the diagonal frame so it covers the whole thing. Or enlarge it. Yeah. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Yes, right. And then go to your toolbar and then set for a photo. Sorry, a photo, and then set it at the frame at the bottom. No, you don't need to resize. Just uh insert it into. Just hover it over the frame. Yes. So you don't need to resize. After inserting it into the frame, then you can now double click and then resize. So double click and then resize. So we can all see clearly that this is an image showing that it is a church design or a church flyer. Yeah, Augustine.
Please, can you come over again?
Yes, I'm saying double click on the image at the bottom. Yeah. Now, oh,
And then this one.
wait to Augustine, you're doing something different. The the frames you selected, you didn't make sure that it covers the entire page. I don't know if you can see that. Can everybody see that his frames do not cover the entire page? I, Abba, you can also not hear me. Please, who can hear me? Abba, can you hear me now? Manuela, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, please, I
All
can hear
right.
you now.
All right, thank you. Yes, so I'm saying that can you all see that the frames, the sizes of his frame don't cover the entire page? So
Yes,
Augustine,
please.
yeah, Augustine, just select everything and then delete them. So you go over, you do it again. Yeah, delete. Now go to the elements. Yeah, go to elements and then search grade. You can also search for frames, right? It's, yeah, they are similar, but they are different, but they are similar. You can also search for frames. Now you see for grades. Now you see the one next, the second one at the top. There are two different frames, and then they have been separated. I don't know if you could see that. But for a frame, it's just one frame. But for grades, you can have different frames that have been separated. You see, for the second one, you have two frames that have been separated with, let's see, um, a white line. You also have another one where you have different frames in one. Yes, so that's what the grid does. But if you search for frame, you are just going to get um one frame with different shapes. So Augustine, search frame and let's see what we get. Yes, so you see you get frames with different shapes. That's basically what it does. And then with a grid, you have frames that have been different frames that have been combined to one. Right. So you can click on the first one, the first frame. Wait. All right. So you delete and search for grid. Yeah. Click the first one. All right. You see, this one covers the entire page. So now you can now resize to, let's say, the middle. No, not that part. Control Z. Control Z. Yeah, using your phone. Sorry, my bad. And enlarge it so it covers the entire page. Yes, nice one. Now click on the one at the bottom. So you resize to the top. Nice. Move it so it gets to, let's say, the middle. Right, nice one. Nice one. That's okay. Click on it and then duplicate. No, not copy, duplicate. Yeah. Yes. Then move it to the bottom of the page. Nice. And then duplicate the frame again. And then rotate. Now rotate it. Yeah. So you have something like a Z shape. Now enlarge so it covers the entire page. Yeah, not sorry, not the entire page. Enlarge it it gets to the edges. click on is it the ones in the middle? No, not the ones in the middle. The one in the middle at the left hand side, enlarge that side, and then do that for the opposite side as well. No, not that one, the one in the middle. The one in the middle at the other side, the left side. Augustine, I'm saying the one in the middle at the left side, and then also the right side. Yes, that one. And last, so it gets to the edges. Nice. Uh, let it pass. Let it pass it. Nice one. Do that for the opposite side as well. Yeah, Manuela. Manuela, you can mute and talk. Manuela, your hand is up. You can unmute and speak. Yeah. So I guess because of time, I'll let you play with that for now. So you can just try and figure it out how to arrange it. We spoke about layouts. Great. So how you arrange it so it's how do I say this? So it's nice or it's clear, right? I'll share my screen now. Emmanuel, you can speak. Oh. Right. So I'll duplicate this as well. Move it to this side. And then I'll flip so the shadow shows. Let me see, flip vertical. Yeah. Yes. So now your shadows are showing. Now I just want to add something. Let's see. Light. Just want to add a nice light. Let me see all. Which one should I use? Yeah, let me use this one. Nice one like this. Oh. Mm. Yes, I'm using my arrow keys to move it up so it appears in the middle. Right. Then I reduce this way, crop it this way. Right. So I have something like this in the middle. That's like we have here. Yes. And then you want to I think I'll close soon. You want to include your logo. You come here, elements, and then you search for an element. So let's say TikTok, right? I have a lot of TikTok logos here. The one that you like, you pick it. So I pick this one. Oh, okay, here. and then you like pick, then you can also use the position here to increase the size, and then they change the position, right? Now you already have a design, and then the initial position you used, you liked it, right? You don't need to come here and try to figure out where the position is. You can just copy the values on the other design, and then you come and paste it here, right? So you don't stress when working. Yes, you have look TikTok nicely here. Let me just copy this one. Instagram, paste it nicely here. Then I make sure that they are in line, right? Nicely like this. Maybe Facebook. Oh, let's see Facebook. Yeah, position, and I change the width and height so it matches the size of the other ones. 40. Right. Now you see the values here also shows the spaces between the three logos, 10 pixels. Now it increases to 39. You can increase them. Also, if you want to use what's the name? Maybe 1 pixel, you want to add 2 pixels. Now moving them with your mouse pointer is sometimes difficult. You are going to it's going to be more than that or less than that. So you can use the arrow key. Right now, when you move the arrow key once, you have increased it by 1 pixel or you have reduced it by 1 pixel. It's as simple as that. You can also change it in what's in the position pane here. You can change it here. Right now, you want to add the social media handles. Click on text. Now, for a social media handle, you don't use the heading. You can't use a big heading like that for a social media handle. It's something that you use with a small text. So you click on the text here, you reduce the font size, and then you move it down here. Make sure that the alignment is okay, right? Then you change. So let's say Pax underscore UG. Move that here. Make sure it's in the middle nicely. And then you can duplicate. Now you don't need to go and select another body of text. You can just duplicate right here and then continue working fast, right? It is the same thing nicely. If you want to change as well, you can change it. Maybe it's a bit huge text. Let's say, right, something like this. You can just continue typing, and you have that here. Can duplicate this as well. Then you have your social media right here. Now, if you can see that the alignment is okay. You don't have this like this. You don't have this like this. You've not scattered them. You have to make sure that they are all aligned nicely, right? Nice. And then, all right. So now I mentioned something about the main text, the more important text. You have to make sure that shows clearly. So with that one, you can use heading nicely like this. Maybe it's Rosary Month. So you have this here, caps, Rosary Month prayers. Yes, something like this. Nicely, like this. And then you set it in the middle here so it shows clearly, right? Now you can also reduce the line spacing, maybe 1.0 or maybe 1.1. 1.1 or 1.2, nicely like this. You can have something like this. You can change the color. You want to use a green color for something like this, you don't use a green color. You see, you are using a completely different color. It doesn't, it's not consistent. You have used, let's say, a cloud that is pinkish. You've used a picture that has, is it a blue black background? You have another one that is it brown or so? The church at the bottom. So with this, you don't use a color like green. Now, one thing with Canva is that it suggests colors for you, photo colors, right? You see the colors in the photo, you have that here. The colors in the church at the bottom here, you have that here. You also have the color of the cloud, light red, gray, magenta, something like that. So you pick the one that is nice, the one that blends with the images you have, right? Something like this, right? Something like this. Now, if you use this, it doesn't show clearly. It blends with your cloud, right? Someone who is color blinded will not see it properly, or doesn't have good eyes will not see it properly. So I think this color is okay. That is a color like this, right? Now someone will ask, where do I insert the logo? Right? Where do I insert the logo of the church? Since I've placed social media icons here. Now you can create a rectangle like this, and then you put it at the top, right? Something like this, and then you insert the church logo inside it. So let me see. I do not have the church logo yet. Let me see. Let me use this logo nicely like this. Come in. Right. Right. So I set this logo nicely here. Maybe you have two logos, you add it here like this. Maybe a logo of UG, a logo of PAX, a logo of any other logo. You add all of that there. Something like this, you insert your text. Let me copy what is here. Duplicate, and then I moved it up here. Right. And then I have maybe University of Ghana, something like this. Nicely at the top here. This is something you can explore, or maybe change the color of this. Instead of white, you use this. No, this is bad. Let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this, or white. Then you have it at the top there. Then you have your logo. Then you insert your name. You can also, instead of using the social media icons on this side, you can also do the same thing here. Copy. At the bottom here, you can also have this one at the bottom here. Then you put your logos inside here. Right. That is if wait, send this to the back. It's oh, yes. Okay, yeah, it's good this thing happened. Now, let's say your rectangle has gone to the back, and then you can't select it because there is another frame in front of it. Now what you can do is click on position, and then click on layers, right? And then look for the layer you're looking for. Let's say rectangle. This is it. You click on it, and then now it's showing here. And then you can right click here and then click on bring to forward, something like this. See how nice it's looking? Yeah. Bring to forward. No, bring to front. Nice. Then bring this one also to front. Bring this one also to front. Yes. Nicely like this. You arrange them, make sure they're in line. And then you can copy this and then bring it here. Now, this is also something you can explore. That is when you want to add the venue and then the time and then maybe the dates, right? It will not be best if you put that one here. So in case you want to include that, you have your logo, your social media icons, and then handles at the bottom somewhere here, and then you can put your venue details over here. So when someone looks at it, he sees it, right? So let's say I look for the location logo or venue, the location icon. Yeah, this one is nice. Reduce it nicely like this. Then you have that here. Nice. And then maybe calendar for dates or day. To have this one nicely like this. Yes. So you can explore, resize, and make sure it's properly aligned. Right. Yes. Because of time, you have to do this on your own. Yes, something like this. And then maybe time, maybe a clock. Right. Nice one like this. Yes, nice one like this. You can feel free to edit, right? So you can change the text here, maybe St. Thomas Aquinas Parish or something. Aquinas Parish. Resize nicely. Nicely. Maybe the day. What's today's date? Maybe 13th December or so. Right. Nice like this. Yes. And then the time can, let's see, 8 o'clock GMT. You can have something like this. Nice. You just design something simple to tell them that we'll be having Rosary Month prayers at the St. Thomas Aquinas Parish, 13 December. The time is 8 o'clock GMT. You have your social media icons inside here, telling them that they can search for this social media pages to get more information. Then you also have the logo here, and then the name, the organization or the church, telling your audience that okay, so this design is coming from this church, and then these are the details. They are having a Rougemont prayers at this location at this time, and then also these are their social media pages. This is something simple that you can design with. So if you're a designer, you don't have an idea of where to begin from. With Canva, you just come to the design tab here, then you search for any design. Let's say you want to design a birthday flyer, just search for it, birthday. You get a lot of templates that you can use. You click on them and then you edit. Right? Happy birthday. You click on them and you edit. Let's say maybe happy birthday Audrey or something. You just edit. You want one that has a picture. There's a template like that for you. Where is it? Yes, maybe this one. And then you can input the image inside here, something like this. Nice one. And you change the name, anything you want to do. You become as a designer, you have to be creative. You try and change the font style, the font size, you explore. But you also have to put into consideration that your design has to follow the principles, has to be clear, has another thing I have to mention is that in design you have to take into account of simplicity. You don't have to crowd your design with some other stuff. When you try to do that, you try to add certain things that are not necessary, and then it's not good. So you have to be simple when designing. Yeah. So because of time, I'm not be able to finish this thing, but this is something you can play with, or even this one, nicely designed like this. Lot of text. You can take out the things you don't want. You just play with it. Right. I think I'll end here. Does anyone have any question for me? Hello?
Hello, please.
All right, sure. Where's Manuela? Hey, class rep is not around. Well, Abba, how did you find the session? Was it okay, Augustine, or did I rush through the things?
It was okay. It was a great experience.
All right. So this you have to explore, right? Just try and explore the features Canva has. Yeah, it's a nice tool. Yes. So I think I'll end now, right? If there is no question. All right, sure. Okay. Yeah. So I was supposed to give you an assignment, but you that's okay. Elvis will handle that. Okay. So thank you, and then see you all next week. Bye.